Welcome to the Global Warwatch Network. Today, we're talking about a pretty major shift in air combat, one that's happening right now. It's about a drone you probably know, taking on a brand new role that could change, well, everything. And here's the headline. On October 24th, 2025, Baykar and Aselsan let the world know that the Akinci drone has made a massive leap. This isn't just about adding a new missile. No, this is a total career change. The Akinci is now an electronic warfare platform, and believe me, that has some huge implications for any modern battlefield. So, how does a drone famous for its precision strikes suddenly become a master of the invisible world of the electromagnetic spectrum? Well, as you can probably guess, this didn't happen overnight. It was a very deliberate, very methodical evolution that's been in the works for years. This timeline really tells the whole story, doesn't it? The Akinci entered service back in August 2021 as a serious strike drone, but almost right away, the upgrades started piling on. First, SATCOM for talking over huge distances, then advanced radars like SAR and ASA for seeing the world in incredible detail. All of this was laying the groundwork, building a platform that was tough enough to handle the crazy power and data needs of electronic warfare. And this right here is the key takeaway. By strapping these advanced EW systems onto a drone, Turkey can now do things that used to require incredibly expensive and high-risk crewed planes. We're talking about things like the Boeing 737 Peace Eagle or specially kitted out F-16s. This is a huge strategic shift. It's a smarter, more sustainable, and way less risky way to control the skies. All right, so what's the magic sauce here? What's the actual tech that's making all this happen? Well, it all comes down to a brand new set of pods from the Turkish defense giant Aselsan, and they were built specifically for the Akinci. Okay, so the system is basically a 1-2 punch. First up, you've got the electronic support pod, or ES. Its job is simple. Fly high, stay quiet, and just listen. It soaks up all the enemy signals, radar, communications, you name it, and figures out exactly what they are and where they are. Then you've got its partner in crime, the electronic attack, or EA pod. Once the listener finds a threat, the EA pod's job is to shout at it, jamming, deceiving, and basically blinding that enemy system. One listens, the other attacks. Now, you might be asking, hey, why the Akinci? Why not the world-famous Bayraktar TB2? And you know what? It's a great question. It really just comes down to basic physics. The Akinci is just a bigger, more powerful beast. Its huge airframe, massive payload capacity, and, this is the most important part, its ability to generate a ton of electrical power mean it can carry the real-deal full-scale EW modules, not just the smaller jammers you might see on a TB2. And in electronic warfare, more power means a much bigger impact on the enemy. So we've looked at the tech, but what does this actually look like in a real world? How does a drone like this actually change the way a battle is fought? Let's just walk through what a typical mission might look like. You'll see pretty quickly how this kind of capability completely reshapes an air campaign from the very beginning. Okay, picture this. The Akinci goes in first, flying way up high, totally undetected. It's on an emitter hunting mission, mapping out every single enemy radar and air defense system. Once it has that electronic map, it gets to work. It starts actively jamming those systems, basically punching a safe corridor through enemy airspace. It can even create ghost targets, making the enemy think a huge attack is coming from the north when the real strike package is sneaking in from the east. It's only after the enemy is totally blinded and confused that friendly jets and other drones fly in to hit their targets. It's a whole new ballgame. And a capability like this, it does more than just change battlefield tactics. It completely elevates Turkey's strategic position on the global stage. I mean, look at this list. Being able to develop this kind of technology from the ground up indigenously puts Turkey into a very, very exclusive club. We're talking about a capability that really only a few nations like the US, China, and Israel have mastered. This is a huge statement of technological sovereignty. And here's the bottom line. The ultimate advantage. The Turkish armed forces now have the ability to take down even the most advanced enemy air defenses without putting a single pilot's life on the line. That is a self-sufficient, powerful, and low-risk tool for projecting power. And in the world of modern warfare, that is absolutely priceless. So, what does this all mean for the future? Where is this all heading? Well, this whole development is a huge piece of Turkey's bigger vision for a totally new kind of air force, one that's dominated by unmanned systems. I mean, let's just circle back to the raw numbers for a second. This thing can fly at over 40,000 feet, stay up there for more than a full day, and carry 1,500 kilograms. The Akinci was always an incredible machine, but these specs are exactly what make it the perfect platform to just hang out over a battlefield, persistently, and own the electromagnetic spectrum. And this is exactly why we can't just call the Akinci a drone or a UCAV anymore. It's just not accurate. It has become a true multi-domain warfare platform. Think about it. It can find a target, it can strike a target, and now it can electronically dismantle an entire enemy defense network. It's a hunter, a killer, and a ghost, all wrapped into one. And that quote really just says it all, doesn't it? For Turkey, this move makes it crystal clear that their ambition has grown way beyond just making good strike drones. The new goal, the real goal, is to master every single part of modern conflict, from the physical to the electronic. So this leaves us with a pretty fascinating and maybe even unsettling question to chew on. As these drones get smarter, more autonomous, and able to handle these incredibly complex jobs like electronic warfare, a job that we always thought needed a human's touch, how close are we, really, to a future where air combat is fought almost entirely without pilots? Something to think about. And that's all we have for this explainer. Thank you so much for joining us. If you got something out of this analysis, we'd really appreciate it if you'd hit that like button, share it with someone who'd be interested, and, of course, subscribe to the Global War Watch Network for more deep dives into the future of warfare. We really do want to hear from you. What do you think about this huge evolution in drone warfare? Let us know your take in the comments section below. And hey, don't forget to join our community on social media. All the links for that are right there in the description. Thanks again for watching.